In this short set of tutorials, we'll guide you through how to get the most out of your equipment and products when looking after your ornamentals, with something we like to call the art of application. There are two main things we want to achieve with spraying our ornamentals. Firstly, coverage of the crop. We want to make sure that the surface we're spraying are well covered. And secondly, penetration into the depths of the crop, so that we're not just spraying the top leaves. Every spray will be made up of a mix of different droplet sizes, but the ratio of each will be different depending on the nozzle we use and the pressure we're spraying at. The droplet sizes of most interest to us in ornamental production are fine, medium, and coarse droplets. Different droplet sizes will achieve different positives and some negatives of the options. And it's really important that we make a conscious decision as to which droplet size to use based on what we're looking to achieve. First, fine droplets. With fine droplets, we're getting the most droplets out of the water we're using, illustrated here by a lot of ping pong balls. We can think of fine droplets as a very fine mist. Fine droplets potentially provide the best coverage of a 2D flat surface, so ideal for any early seedlings, for example, due to their small size. Unfortunately, the smallest droplets are also the most prone to drift. Droplets which drift don't hit the intended target, and if they don't hit the target, we've wasted our product. And we, of course, want to avoid that at all costs. Drifting droplets also mean reduced penetration into the crop canopy, as each droplet has less kinetic energy to drive it downwards. Coarse droplets, meanwhile, are at the other end of the spectrum. We get less droplets for our water volume due to their huge size. We can see that there's a lot more energy per droplet than we saw with the fine droplets, and that means better penetration into the depths of a dense crop, and the lowest risk of drifty spray. The downside of coarse droplets is that we get less coverage as we have less droplets over the crop area. As we'd probably expect, medium droplets are the middle ground and generally the best compromise when it comes to foliar applications, as we're getting the best of both worlds. We've seen in deposit analysis trials in the Netherlands that in rose crops, medium droplets deliver better product deposition and penetration into the crop than very fine droplets, as each one travels more directly to the target, but they still provide better coverage than the coarse droplets. There are two factors which determine droplet size, and they're going to be pressure and nozzle size. The higher the pressure, the more shear force at the nozzle opening, which breaks the water stream into smaller and smaller droplets. The larger the opening, the coarser the droplets will be. If we spray at high pressure, more fine droplets are generated. They're more prone to drift and to low crop penetration. So while it looks as though the spray is penetrating through shear force into the crop, it's actually just the canopy that's getting the coverage it needs. Different situations require different pressures and droplet sizes, so we need to check out the corresponding nozzle charts for each situation. With the right nozzle and water pressure taken care of, we can be sure we're getting excellent coverage and penetration of our plants, while reducing any unnecessary runoff, whatever the plant. In the next chapter, we're going to take a look at adjuvants.